Hello and welcome to this demo. We're gonna show how to integrate a dataset in BigQuery with Data Studio. So first, what we have to do is access our BigQuery interface. So therefore, we access our console in Google Cloud, which is console.cloud.google.com. And in this case, we're gonna navigate through the menu to Big Data and select BigQuery. Okay, we have a new beta interface. In this case, we're gonna use the classic UI. So our first step is gonna be to have our own created project. Okay, so in this case, I'm not gonna create a project. I'm just gonna go and use the public data available in BigQuery for this demo. So in this case, we're gonna use USA names, which is right here. So we're gonna take a look at the dataset first. So as we can see, we have 5 different variables. We have the state, we have the gender, we have the year, the name, and the number. The number is the number of occurrences of the name. So we're gonna look at our dataset. It's a 5 million row dataset, 5 columns, and here we can take a look. We can see we have the state in a 2 AlphaGo, the gender, female or male, the year, which is from 1910 to the current year, name, and the number we said. Okay, so how can we integrate this with Data Studio? So we're gonna see it's really easy. So basically we go to Data Studio, datastudio.google.com, and I'm gonna create the report from scratch. Okay, so we can take a look at the whole process. So first we're gonna name our report. It's gonna be named USA names. Okay, and here's the first important step. So take a look. We can select the data source, which are all public sample data sources, or we are gonna create a new data source, which is here. We can see all the different connectors we can get. We can also upload our own file, Attribution 360, Campaign Manager, Cloud SQL, Cloud Spanner, Analytics, Ad Manager, Ads, Google Sheets, MySQL, also PostgreSQL, Search Ads, also Analytics and Search Console by Google. By this case, we're gonna focus on BigQuery. So we select it, and here we will see all our different projects. Okay, so in my case, I'm gonna go to public datasets, which are gonna live in any of my projects. And as I said before, I'm gonna scroll all the way down to our USA names. So here we have to select, in the dataset, we have to select the table. So we're gonna take a look from 1910 to current, as I said before. And we just press connect. So when this process finishes, we're gonna have our dataset connected already to the Data Studio, and we just have to create the dashboard. It's gonna take up a few minutes. So the first things Data Studio let us know is first, he creates a new different column, which is called the record count. As I said before, the description is number of concurrences of the name, the sex, the gender, which is male or female, year of birth, given name of person, and a 2-digit state code. Okay, so here's a quick overview. I find this super useful. And here, Data Studio automatically infers the type of our variables. Is it a string or is it a numeric? So basically, we're gonna add this one. We're gonna add all of them. Okay, in this case, so we're gonna add to report. Okay, so here it says you're about to add the data source to this report. Okay, we just allow. Okay, so here we go. We are now connected and ready to go. So the first thing I have to mention is we can connect 2 or more data sets in a same dashboard. Okay, so we're gonna do that in another demo. This is just a basic one, so we're gonna stick with this one for the moment. Okay, so what do we want to create? So first, I like my theme. I prefer it in this case. I want it to be simple dark. One of the main differentiations and thing is the really simple UI that the Studio has. Okay. So for the layout, I'm gonna leave like this for the moment, and I'm gonna start creating. Okay. So first, what I'm gonna add is a geo map. Okay. I'm just gonna add it here, and I'm gonna select state as a one, and this is gonna be a region code, okay, because that's what it is. So as you can see, this is super powerful because our state variable, which was a string variable before, it has started to have a geocoded variable. Okay, so this way we're gonna have a map, and it's really powerful and strong to do this. Okay, so therefore we have the whole overview for maps and the color, as you can see. Okay, it's the record count. Okay, so how much data do we have in any of the states? Okay, so this is gonna be the first one. So what else do we want to know? We want to have for example a scorecard. Okay, sorry. So if we want to add it here, okay, we can add a scorecard. Just leave it here. We're gonna have the whole record count of the whole names we have right here. Okay. So what else can we see here? For example, we're gonna have a table, which is gonna be here. Okay. For example, here instead of gender, we're gonna have name, and we're just gonna put it here. See, therefore we can have the whole list, name by name, and we're just gonna put it here. Okay. So what else can we see here? We're just gonna add a filter. Okay. So to add a filter, we're just gonna be here, filter control. We're just gonna put it here. Actually, we're gonna have two filters, one for gender one for year, and actually we're gonna add a new one here, which is gonna be one for state. Okay, so this one, as I said before, is gonna be state. This one is gonna be gender, and this one is gonna be name. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a really nice layout here. Name, gender, and state. Okay, so as you can see, in very simple steps, we can now view our dashboard. What are we doing? Okay, so for example, if I go here and I just want to know how many, for example, Michaels are there in each state, I just have to press Michael and select only Michael, and now we're gonna see our whole map has changed, right? And we can see how many Michaels do we have in each state. If you want to see how many Michaels and Williams, for example, our map is going to change dynamically. Okay, so you can see the whole number here, and then I find it super useful I can select all names, but I only want males, so that's why I only keep males here. Our map also changes dynamically, and as you can see here, my table is actually organized from how many appearances we have in our data set. Okay, so we can see John is our male most frequent name, and I can also filter by state. Okay, so I want to see how many males are in New Jersey, then I just select New Jersey. Okay, so we can see, for example, in New Jersey, George is the most frequent one. Okay, what else can we do? Let's keep adding things. We can do a pie chart, and as you can guess, in the pie chart we're gonna basically add female or male. So Data Studio also offers it infers automatically what we can expect from a pie chart, and it automatically requests for us to put the a gender. Okay. So what we can do now is basically put everything here. I'm just gonna select, for example, we can put any time series, combo chart, pie chart, table, geomap, allow scatter chart. We have a lot of kind of variables, but here what we can do is just select our own title. Okay, US name dashboard. So this is gonna be here, so we can keep track of it. We can make it a bit bigger. Okay, it's gonna be completely white. Okay, and that's it. So what we can do is here we can write another text right here than here, which is gonna be, please use the filters to dynamically change the charts. So we're gonna do this a bit smaller. Okay, maybe a bit bigger so we can see it. Yeah, here we go. So you can see it again. Of course, I can keep adding things. This is just a simple demo. So okay, so how can I share this? This is gonna be our last step. So we can see here, shared this report. We just can keep adding people if we can make it, if we want to make it private, or we can get a shareable link. Okay, so this is just our link. Okay, so if I just copy and paste this one here, yeah, if I wanted a person with edit capacities, I just had to view them. I just can select to view them, and that's it. Okay, so I can share with my colleagues, I can share with my boss, and I can share with anyone in a really easy way, as you can see, right? So just summing up what we did. What we did was connecting a data set which lives in BigQuery currently, and connected in a really simple way to Data Studio. So thank you for joining in this demo. I hope it's useful, and in our demos we will cover how to connect maybe two data sets. We have different information. For example, for names we have to add with workplace and all these useful things, have more insights. We can do that in our demo. So thank you for joining me. I hope you find it useful, and see you in the next demo. Thank you.